You're a contractor. You know how to build a house, right? From the foundation all the way up to the roof. But do you know how to build a business that's going to last? Well, that takes a totally different kind of blueprint. And here at Alpha Constructions, we want to help you with that. So in this explainer, we're laying out the financial foundation for your success, drawing from the amazing playbook, Construction Business Management. Man, that quote just hits home for so many of us in the trades, doesn't it? Starting a business, it's the ultimate test. But for most contractors, the thing that takes them down isn't a bad weld or crooked frame, it's the finances. Way too many people learn these lessons the hard way, after the bank account is already empty. So let me ask you, what do you think is the #1 reason construction businesses go under? Is it poor workmanship? Bidding jobs too low? Nope. The Small Business Administration says it's something way less obvious, a lack of adequate working capital. It's this silent killer that can bankrupt a company that, on paper, actually looks totally profitable. Okay, so to make sure that doesn't happen to you, we're going to walk through a 5-part financial blueprint. First, we'll get to the bottom of the contractor's cash crisis. Then we'll talk about how to master your working capital, how to forecast your cash needs, how to actually read your financial reports, and finally, how to protect your business from threats on the inside. All right, let's dive right into the heart of the matter. We need to understand the single biggest financial challenge that, believe me, every single new contractor is going to face. I know, this sounds completely backward, doesn't it? How can you be profitable and still go broke? But this is the absolute central truth of cash flow in the construction world. See, profit, that's just an idea on a spreadsheet. But cash is the actual fuel in your truck's tank. And when you run out of that fuel, the engine stops, period. Doesn't matter what the profit report says. So how do you solve this insane cash flow puzzle? Well, the answer really revolves around one critical concept: working capital. And listen, this isn't just some fancy business school jargon. It is literally the lifeblood of your company. The key thing to get here is that we're not talking about theoretical money. This is the actual cash in your bank account right now. It's what you use to pay your crew on Friday, to cover that big invoice from the lumber yard, and to keep the lights on while you're waiting for clients to pay you. But here's the thing, just knowing what working capital is, that's not enough. You can't just sit back and watch it. You have to become a kind of financial fortune teller, actively predicting and managing where your cash is going to be weeks and even months down the road. Now, you're probably thinking, hang on a second. If my clients pay me in 30 days and I pay my suppliers in 30 days, shouldn't it all just, balance out? And in a perfect world, yeah, maybe it would. But in the real world of construction, the timing of those payments creates a really dangerous gap. And this slide right here, this lays out the problem perfectly. Just look at that timeline. You've got cash flying out the door at step 1 for labor and materials, and again at step 3 for your subs. But when does the cash come in? Not until step 4, a month or more later. That delay, that is the cash gap. And that's where so many businesses get into deep, deep trouble. So how do you survive that gap? This right here, a 90-day cash flow projection. And let me be clear, this isn't optional. This is your early warning system. It's like sonar for your business finances. By forecasting your cash in and your cash out, you can spot those financial valleys on the horizon long before you fall into them. It gives you time to react. Okay, as the owner, this is one job you simply cannot hand off to someone else. You don't have to become a CPA, but you absolutely 100% have to know how to read the 2 main scorecards for your business's financial health. And this really shows the difference brilliantly. Think of it like this. Your income statement, that's like a movie of your company's performance over the last year. It shows the story of your wins and losses. But the balance sheet, that's a single photograph. It's a snapshot of your financial position at this very second. You need both to get the full picture. Okay, here's a really critical piece of advice, some hard-won wisdom. When you're looking at a new client or maybe a sub, and they hand you their financial statements, be skeptical, especially if they're unaudited. Just remember, anyone can type numbers on a page. You have to look at them with a really critical eye. All right, so you've built up a healthy cash reserve, you're managing your business well, and now you enter a brand new phase, protecting that money. Because managing it is one thing, but guarding it, that's a whole other ballgame. And sometimes the biggest threats are already inside your 4 walls. It's kind of an uncomfortable question to ask yourself, isn't it? But you have to. A dishonest employee is one of the fastest ways to drain that precious working capital right out from under you. You have to be prepared for that possibility. If an employee is really determined to cheat, they'll often find a way. You've got to be vigilant for these common schemes. Things like getting kickbacks from suppliers, treating the company credit card like it's their own personal piggy bank, or even just stealing tools and materials from the job site. So what's your defense? What's your firewall against this? Well, it's got 3 layers. First, be incredibly diligent when you hire people. Second, have crystal clear financial rules in place. And third, and this one is huge, your own personal oversight. The book offers this brilliantly simple but powerful habit. As the owner, you personally review every single canceled check. That one step forces you to see exactly where every single dollar is going. And really, at the end of the day, that's the question you have to ask yourself. Being a great builder is one thing, but mastering your working capital, forecasting your cash, understanding the numbers, and protecting your assets, that is what transforms you from just a great builder into a successful, long-lasting business owner. It's the foundation that everything else gets built on.